Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for you to see what is in store for today, but before we do that, I'd like to ask you to please subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment on this video, and hit the bell notification before you leave, and let's get started. So today, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to title it, but it's like new to me, maybe not so new to you. It's like newer stuff that has came out within the last year that I never really got a chance to try out until now. So a couple of the examples are, as you saw from the thumbnail, the Blendiful from Tati Beauty, the Mini Controversy palette from Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star, Cosmetics, and the new Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. I liked the first volume, I guess that's how you say it, Volume 1. So I wanted to try Volume 2 to see if it was good. I also liked the littler palettes that she made. Some people had trouble with those. I actually ended up liking mine, so I have some other new stuff that I could try in this video, but I didn't want to make the video too long. So I thought about, so I thought I'd just like break it down by just using these three things, because with the Blendiful you can do a full face with it, and then for eyeshadow I figured I'd use one of the palettes on each eye. I may not be using like newer products with the Blendiful because I want to see because I know how they work normally. I don't want to use new products and then be like, oh, this doesn't work, but not actually know how the formula works otherwise. So I'm going to be using products that I've used before. So the packaging, I've already opened it, that's why it looks like this, but it was obviously straight across, but I opened it. So this is what the Blendiful looks like. And this is the baby Blendiful. It comes with both. So this one's supposed to be more for like on the go that you can take with you. It's really cute, shaped like a heart. So you can like touch up on the go basically, or I mean you could use it at home too. And then this one is the one that you use at home. You can put your hand on here and pat whatever products onto your face. You're supposed to be able to use like liquids and creams and do basically a whole entire full face with those. So I'm really excited to try it. I haven't washed mine, so I'm not sure if like little fluffies will come off or anything, because Tati said that some people were having issues with that. I just didn't wash mine yet, so sorry if you hear my son in the background. He's playing. But yeah, so I guess let's just get into it. It's the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer, and just start pressing it into the face. So this is something that I would normally either use a brush or just my fingers to do. This Blendiful seems really soft on the face. I mean, it seemed like it applied it everywhere. I mean, it's primer, so there's not going to be much of a difference. Next, I'm going to use the Avon Magic Tinted Moisturizer. So as you can see, it seemed to blend out really nice. Sprayed my face with a facial spray, and yeah, looks really nice. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of powder. I've noticed that my skin's a lot drier, but I know with this foundation it does seem to like need set a little bit. So I'm going to be using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Rose powder. Like I said, I haven't really been setting my face much lately. I don't know how it's showing up on camera, but I mean, I feel like my skin looks really good. Like, it's a tinted moisturizer, so it's not going to cover all my redness, but for like a light glam, I think it looks really good. Something that I really love, the Tarte Park Avenue Princess. I like the powders, the regular like face powder is in it, and the bronzer is in it. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that, but we'll just see. I skipped concealer because I didn't set a concealer out. So if you were wondering. So I normally mix one of the face powders with the shade either Princess Cut or Angle, which are the two matte bronzers. So I usually mix both the powders and one of the contours. Okay. I might have picked up way too much. I guess I'll just put it where I want it. brush some of that off. I'm sure there's a learning curve to this. I'm not really sure how I feel about bronzing with this, but like I said, there's probably a learning curve to it. Maybe if you like bronze or contour or whatever with cream products, I think that that would work better. Not that this doesn't work with powder products, because as you saw, it did really good applying my powder on my face, but bronzer wise, I'm not really sure how I feel. This is the Tarte Blush Bazaar, the Amazonian Clay Blush Palette. So this actual palette is discontinued, but their blushes are still available normally. And we'll just go in with a little bit of the peachy and pink one. And just kind of dab it onto the face. Okay. Blend, please blend, blendiful blend, blendiful blend. Oh, come on. So you can go in really heavy-handed and almost mess it up or mess it up. So you want to be really careful with your products. Yeah, I'm not really sure how I feel about powder products with this, like applying like just face powder, just like translucent powder or whatever. All for it. But like blush and bronzer, like I said about the bronzer, probably a learning curve to it. But it did really good with my foundation, so I assume concealer it would do really good with too. Now I can't do a whole entire full face with this, like I can't do my eyelashes with it or anything crazy, but I'm just going to do as much as I can full face wise. Highlighter probably won't work out just because of my experience with the other powders, but let's just be crazy and see. So let's do Opal, the pink one. So the highlights seem to apply pretty good. This is the Kat Von D Alchemist Holographic palette, face and eye highlighter palette. So I'm not going to be doing like a complete 100% full face. I'm not going to be doing like my brows or anything like that. I think I'm going to go straight into eyeshadow now, which is those two palettes. The Blendiful seems pretty nice. I like it for cream or more wet products, liquid products, and cream products versus like powder products. Like I said, probably a learning curve there, but that's what I would suggest. Seems pretty nice. That's my whole face. Now I probably would have used like maybe this corner for concealer if I wouldn't have forgot to do it, and I didn't set one out, so that's why I forgot to do it. But yeah, so definitely works one side for a full face. You could probably move this handle over to this side and then use this side, and you could do two full faces with it. So I think that's a pretty good deal. Plus I never even touched a little one, which you could take with you, or you could probably even almost do an entire full face with it. So that's almost 3 full faces before you even have to wash anything. 3 whole days where you don't even have to use any other brush if you didn't want to. So I think it's pretty nice. It's like $18 I think for both of those, so I think it's a pretty good deal, and they seem like they'd probably last for a little while. So this is the outer packaging of the Mini Controversy, and this is what the actual packaging looks like. It's very cute and sleek, and this is what she looks like on the inside. I didn't get the version where one of these colors was taken out. I think it's Cry on My Couch. Was taken out for the green color. I'm going to go in with the shade Cry on My Couch. I'm so excited to try this out. Seems like there's a little bit of fallout in that shade. So this is just a cream color. For me, it's like a skin tone shade, so it's a good shade to go down with. When I'm trying out a new palette, I don't normally like to use eyeshadow primer because I want to see how they perform without it and how long they stay on without it, and then I'll try it with eyeshadow primer, things like that. But I'd prefer eyeshadow to work without a primer. So now I'm going to go in with Flat Earth. I'm not really sure what this is going to look like, but it seems like there's some fallout in that too. So it's like a really light white blue. It doesn't seem like even if you try to build it up that there's going to be much pigment there. I mean, it's just like a really light white blue color. So, I mean, it's there, but it's not going to do much. But if you wanted to use that instead of Cry on My Couch as like your shade over or to set your eyeshadow primer or something, those would kind of work together for that. So there's many ways you could go with this palette. You could either do a brown look where you go in with this and maybe that, or you could do like a blue look, or you could do a purple look. Oh, sorry guys. Or you could do a blue look or a purple look. So it's kind of whatever you're feeling. So I'm just gonna probably go neutral with it. I can try the bright colors another time, but I'll probably do a neutral look with both the palettes just so if you get them, you can see like two neutral looks you can use. So now I'm gonna go in with Diet Root Beer. And I'm going to put that in the crease. Oh yeah, that's really nice. Just putting it on and then I barely even had to do anything and it blended out really nice. So now I'm going to go in with My Apology. I know it's kind of a shimmery shade, but I'm going to see how that looks on the outer corner if I can get that to work. Then I'm going to go in with my finger into my boyfriend's purse. So I kind of wanted to make this look a little fun instead of like super neutral, because with the Jaclyn Hill palette it's going to be like probably a super neutral look. There's a lot of like oranges and pinks in there too. Sorry about the train. We moved and now we live by a train, so you may hear that on my videos and I may not notice it and just talk through it, so sorry if you can't hear me. I'll try to not talk when they're honking, but sometimes I don't even notice because I'm getting kind of used to it. So now I'm going to take my JS12 and go in with a mixture of Cry on My Couch and Diet Root Beer and put that in my lower lash line and go in with a little bit of my boyfriend's purse in the inner corner and the backbone. So I like how these shadows blend together. I think they look really nice. This is a pretty neutral-ish kind of interesting look at the same time, where it's like neutral but there's a little bit of something going on besides just browns. So I like it. I think it turned out pretty well and the shadows seem to blend really well and I'm excited to do more looks with it. So now we have the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. This is what the packaging on the outside looks like. I took the palette out and this is what the actual palette looks like. Kind of similar to the original one where it's got the message at the top, and here are the shades, very pretty. So I'm going to go back in with my JS8 into Certified, which is another kind of like cream color that you can just either set your eyeshadow primer with or just set your eye with, just so there's some shadow down. It's just kind of like a skin tone for me kind of shade, just like a nude peachy kind of color. This doesn't have a mirror in it, so I'm actually going to set it down and just tell you the shades that I'm going into. So now I'm going to go in with Perfectionist, which is a brown, light brown shade, and just start building the crease. So I'm going to go in with Homebody, which is a darker brown. I probably would have tried to build up a couple more shades before I went into this one because it's kind of darker, but I'm just trying to hurry just in case he cries so I can get him. So I'm going to go back into Certified, which is that light shade, and just kind of blend it at the top here. And they seem to blend pretty well. I think I might like the original better, just nude wise at least so far. I know that's the only things I've used in this palette, but I'm not sure exactly how I feel about it yet. So now I'm going to go in with Thick Skin and kind of put this in the outer corner a little bit. I don't know if this is my favorite palette from her because you saw how seamlessly these ones blended, and I don't know, maybe it's just that Homebody shade, but it doesn't seem like it wants to blend as good. I mean, I don't know what you guys can see versus me, but I mean, it seems like it's blending good, but not as good as I want it to. So we'll have to definitely play with it. Not that it's a bad palette, I just seem to like her original one a little bit better. So now I'm going to go in with that gold with my finger. Ooh, yes. That's definitely a different formula. So it's almost like see-through but glittery, but if you like build it up more, guess it's gonna go in my inner corner too, because it's trying to get everywhere. And under my eye. Oh my goodness. So that shade kind of goes everywhere. There's a couple other shades that kind of look like that one, but I really like those. Seems like if you build it up, it'd be more pigmented, but you might want to put something under it if you don't want it to just look sparkly. I think both turned out really well. I think I liked everything. I need to try the Jaclyn Hill palette more because I felt like some of the shades weren't blending as well as the original one. I loved the mini controversy palette and the Blendiful from Tati Beauty. So yeah, I was really excited to try this new stuff out. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any video suggestions, please comment them down below and check the description box for more information about the video. My Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter are @GlamGirlGray. See you next time.